as a new guy at the team, that's how we did everything. You know, the instructors, like we have a shoot house where it's like, you know, a structure built where it was all live fire. You know, you're shooting live fire going into rooms, you know, and which felt sketchy, but that's how it was. You know, they have changed since then to like UTM and different options where it's still realistic, but dudes aren't going to die if they get hit, because I actually had a dude in front of me get shot by another dude down the hallway, you know, with an accidental discharge.
With a real round?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
yeah.
He
got shot in the arm. You know, we came out of a hallway and the dude had an accidental discharge at the end of the hallway, and he shot my buddy in front of me in the arm. But so he was fine.
What happens with that? Is there like a disciplinary process for that, or is that like does that happen?
Yeah, there was. He was a strap hanger, which means like he wasn't in our platoon. He was just, so some dudes need to go through that block of training and they're another team or another platoon, and then they join up with that platoon just to go through it. So he was just a strap hanger. This is hilarious. Not hilarious, but so he shot my buddy. So in the teams, like especially at this place called Shaw's where we did all of our CQB training, or CQC training, you certain infractions are certain amounts of beer, you know, depending on what that, you know, the infraction is. Sure. Now,
shooting a guy
typically a blue on blue shooting your buddy, it's not really a you know, you've gone above and beyond like paying for beer. Now you're just going to get, you know, canned. Like you're gonna, you know, or you're going to get sent back, and there's going to be some bad things that happen to you. But he had asked Jared about what kind of alcohol he liked, and I shouldn't use his name, but no one knows his last name. But anyways, sure. he asked him what kind of alcohol he liked, and he didn't like any. He was going to buy him like the guy that shot him was going to buy him some fine whiskey or something like that. Mm-hmm. And Jared's like, no, I like Bud Light, which at the time, you know, it was normal Bud Light, you know, not Bud Light now, but
early 2000s Bud Light.
Yeah, early 2000s Bud Light. But he just said like, I like Bud Light or whatever. But this one dude that shot him, he comes into, because there was 2 houses that dudes lived in on that training facility. He comes into our house, we're all in the living room, and he's got this 6-pack of Bud Light. And we're like, hey, Bud, like, what's the Bud Light for? And he's like, is Jared here? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, this is for him. And we're like, and he sets it on the table, and we're like, 6-pack of Bud Light for shooting buddy?
He should have rolled up with a truck, man.
What? and then he's like, well, that's what he said he liked. And then he leaves. And we're like, and I don't know if you remember those old Bud Light commercials where it's like, here's to you, Mr. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We came up with this whole Bud Light commercial. Here's to you, Mr. Blue on Blue. Shoot my buddy in the arm. Like, but it was so terrible. Like, did
he think they were even at that point in time?
I don't know. But
that would be a great Bud Light ad. Like, it's that good. You can shoot your buddy in the arm, and like a 6-pack that'll make it all better.
I don't think that would save them now.
It was. We were just like, this. Wow. No way did this just happen.
So was he okay? Did your buddy go back into?
Yeah, he had just a through and through. You know, it was just a through.
You know, just a through.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's like the one I had Thursday. You know?
It wasn't
standard.
It was just merely a flesh wound.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. We also had this thing that teams were like, if guys got hurt or crapped out on a train evolution or something like that, in their locker they'd have a bottle of Vagisil hanging. You know, when they came back. And unfortunately, someone had put that in Jared's locker, you know, a bottle of Vagisil. And it's like, dude, you just got shot.
That's pretty
but they're
rough.
just like, rub thoroughly. And it might help your healing process.
Did it help?
Hey, thanks for watching this clip. If you want to see the full podcast, be sure to click on the link in the description. And if you feel like it, hit subscribe.